Well, good morning. This video is designed to familiarize you to some extent with the syllabus for this course. It's not all inclusive, but at least it'll be enough to get you started, and I'll have other videos that will perhaps fill in a little bit more information at a later date. But this should be adequate for getting you going in the course. First of all, you have the menu bar that you found on the Learning Management System, and to get to the syllabus, you just click on the syllabus over here in the menu bar, and you should see the information displayed on the screen here. Beginning with the data about myself, I'll be teaching this course. My name is Rutledge, and I've been teaching here about 23 years, so I've taught this course probably 35-40 times, so I think we'll probably be able to muddle through it without too much difficulty. Textbook we're going to be using this time is America. It's by Tyndall and Shee. It's a pretty popular book. You can be able to find it in the RSU bookstore or online or any number of places. I've chosen the least expensive version I could come up with. It's paperback, and it's the Essentials version. It's the only textbook you're going to need for this particular course. You can go to other sources and use other sources. You're perfectly welcome to do that. But everything you'll actually be required to have as far as the text is this one textbook. There will be a lot of videos that I placed on the course resources menu. That'll be over here in this area, which you can experiment with when we get through with this particular video. This textbook is basically going to take us from the origins of our country, making the Constitution, coming on forward through all the trials and tribulations, all the way up to and through the Civil War and the Reconstruction period. So this textbook is basically from the beginning of America to 1877. A few things about what you'll need for this course. First of all, the course description is basically the same description you find in the RSU handbook. The outcomes for any Gen Ed course that we have at RSU are basically these 5 attributes you see here. I'm not going to list everything that's in the syllabus. We've only got about 12-14 minutes in this video to cover as much as we can, and I'll let you dwell on the various objectives to the course. I would say that each and every objective that we have outlined for this course, you will find a corresponding objective for each chapter, and so these various course objectives will be fulfilled by the learning objectives that were in the individual chapters. And so by the time we get to the last chapter, we will have fulfilled the requirements and covered the material that is listed in the course objectives section here. The teaching methods for an online course are not extensive. We're going to have a little more reading and writing than you would have in a classroom course, because we don't have the luxury of standing and lecturing and covering things in detail face to face. So we accomplish the same thing, maybe even more efficiently, by reading a little more and writing a little more. So anyway, each week, with a few exceptions, you'll be expected to turn in to do a certain amount of reading, and you'll find that in the schedule section of this syllabus a little bit further down. And you'll be viewing some videos each week. You'll be on a little scavenger hunt that these videos will help you with. Videos have certain clues that you'll be looking for and items to be found in the reading material. I'm sorry, in the video material. And then there's another writing assignment that will basically be a wrap-up or a summary of the assigned chapter for that unit of work. And so with those 2 little writing assignments, that'll accomplish the reporting of the reading portion of the week's work. And then we'll have posting, actually 3 postings, to the discussion forum each week. And there is where you will put up an initial post, and it'll be roughly 250 words. And then after you put up your primary post, you'll be asked to make a couple of additional posts to other students' initial posts. And that'll be a shorter posting, something along the order of about 100 words would be adequate for that. So you have a primary and 2 secondary posts each week to the discussion forum. Then we're going to have some tests. We're not going to test every day, but we'll have basically 3 tests. We'll have 2 tests spaced roughly thirds, a third of the way through the course, 2/3 of the way through the course, and then the final. So we have 2 semester exams and 1 final. The exams are all pretty much the same. They're non-comprehensive. And so after we cover 5 or 6 chapters, we'll have an exam over that material. The exam is 2-part. The first part of the exam is based on a video again. This video will have relevant information that will be linked to the various chapters we just finished reading and writing about. And so you will view the video, and then again we'll have a certain amount of material that we'll ask you to summarize or to wrap up, and that will be the writing portion, or the part 1 portion of each of these 3 exams. The 3 exams are pretty much the same. They have the same number of questions on the part 2. The video is roughly the same length, and the report that you write over that video is going to be roughly the same length. So for all practical purposes, the 3 exams are the same. After the part 1 of the exam, you will click on a multiple choice portion, part B, part 2, and bring it down. And I have shortened the number of questions since we've got a writing component. I've shortened the number of questions down to 25 multiple choice questions that I think will give you a pretty good test over the 4 or 5 chapters that we have been covering up to that point. So that is pretty much a summary of what we're going to be doing work-wise throughout the next 16 weeks of this course. I prepared a tentative work schedule, and I say tentative because it's probably going to change a time or two as our semester goes quickly or less quickly as anticipated. But pretty much this is the schedule that will hold up based on the information that we have as far as holidays and special days for the upcoming semester. Each week, when you click on your assignments for that week, you'll have roughly 1 week to accomplish those assignments. And nearly all assignments will open on 8 o'clock on a date and close at 8 o'clock on a Monday the following week, or at the end of that week. So you'll have 7 days to prepare the various assignments within that unit of work for that week. As far as previous skill sets that you need for this course, there aren't too many. Obviously, you need to have completed high school. You need to have decent reading and writing skills to do very well in this course. You need to have some basic computer skills. And in those computer skills, obviously, you would expect to be able to manipulate a word processor and do basically create and copy and paste and save commands with that software. Grading policy is basically an A is 90 to 100, a B is 80 to 90, or 89 to 90. C is going to be 70 to 79, and 0 to 69 for F. the grade breakdown, the value breakdown is as such. All the exams added together, the two parts, written and multiple choice, they all add up to 30% of the overall final grade. The scavenger hunt, the videos that I'm talking about, those for all the course will come up to 20% of the final grade. The chapter write-ups are also 20% of the entire final grade. And the discussion forum that I mentioned before, all the postings, your primary and your secondary postings, will all add up to 30% of your final grade. There's no provisions for late work or makeup work in this course, being an online course. We maintain pretty much the same schedule, very few exceptions, that the regular in-class sessions maintain. Attendance policy, pretty lax. There isn't any, since it's all totally online. I'm going to leave the following statements about cheating and about the disability statement and links to additional information in those regards. I'll let you finish the syllabus on your own in the interest of time. And when and if you have additional questions, well, I'm as close as your nearest email. There's also an introductory letter that's in the announcement portion of the of this learning management system. So there's additional information there. Between this video and that letter, you're going to be in pretty good stead, I believe. Anyway, I'm as near as the nearest email. Please don't hesitate to give me a holler if you need me for anything whatsoever. Thank you.